So these are some other documents that I love to teach with, representing Du Bois's writing of a pageant called the Star of Ethiopia, and this is a lovely poster for it. And I'll have to see which one it is. This is from the production that they did in Philadelphia. So many of them were tied to important African-American landmarks in time, and this was for the 100th General Conference of the AME Church. And a couple other of the performances were aligned with important dates. The reason I like to teach with this material is these were massive, massive performances. One of them took place in the Hollywood Bowl. One of them took place in an American ballpark. I have read literature claiming that they might have been the largest theatrical productions in American history. And so it's hundreds and hundreds of actors playing different parts in Du Bois's pageant. Here is a photograph, one of the only that we have of the woman playing the Queen of Ethiopia, I think. Yeah, Candace of Ethiopia. And it was all these people that they would costume them, and the pageant was about basically the history of the people coming out of Africa through their journey to becoming Americans, through slavery and past it, surviving, and Du Bois's way of sort of educating and entertaining and celebrating this history out of Africa, that, you know, so that it was very unknown. The depictions of people of color in this country at the time were quite poor. Several of the pageants took place at the exact same years when the movie The Birth of the Nation was being celebrated and rioted about in our country. And so this is really a counter-narrative. It was not created specifically to counter that movie, but it was Du Bois providing a counter-narrative and this sort of uplifting, joyful history of his people that was pretty much unknown, and presenting it not only to audiences of color, but to large audiences in urban settings of mixed race. And so they could all come and see this exciting event. And for me, this output of Du Bois's in class is really a stand-in for his creative output. So Du Bois was, of course, an impressive and important academic scholar and writer, but he also wrote poetry, short stories, smaller plays, pageants, we find out. And so we can talk about in class, what does that mean that this individual who could have stayed writing some of the most important, you know, philosophical, sociological texts of our life, why didn't he keep doing that? And we talk about, well, maybe he wanted to reach other folks, right? Someone different might walk into the audience and watch the Star of Ethiopia than is a subscriber to The Crisis, or is getting his book on Reconstruction, right? He's reaching different people. He's not grasping at straws, but he's pushing himself to engage and, you know, beyond sort of just his normal outlets in academia or as an editor. And I love that, and I think it's a really rich space to talk to students about, you know, finding, you know, one, pushing your boundaries, but also finding all the ways that you can engage with your community, and we can really see that with Du Bois, and there's so many examples of him, you know, doing outreach or finding unique ways to push himself or to push his community or to push others to try to learn. And I love the pageant story for that because it's just, you know, it's not the first thing that one would think about with the Du Bois papers. It was something I didn't even know about till I was asked to do a mini exhibit about it one time, and I uncovered all this stuff. It's one of the more visual sections of the Du Bois paper, so it's fun to teach with. But it's just so inspiring to think of him sitting down. You know, and again, this is early in his life, early 1900s, and, you know, not just finishing some of his books with another book, but also working on these types of projects and asking ourselves why, and also how can we model that in our own work, in our own engagement with our communities.